Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is a speed build video and it is actually for my upcoming Let's Play here on the channel, the Occult Legacy Challenge. And this is going to be the new home, or well, the home of my founder, who is Tabitha Sabine Arcana. Now, I've actually posted a cast video of her this week, so make sure to check that out. But I'm super excited to really start on the Let's Play. But of course, before I start the actual challenge itself, I have to make her a home, and it's either she was going to live in a trailer or a cabin house. And originally I was thinking of a cabin house and possibly getting her to live within the actual Strangerville town center. And I thought about it, and when I was looking at the sim that I created, I thought, no, I think she fits in a trailer house. So of course I had to build it in slip 42, and I then thought about the Charmed reboot, and the fourth sister, Michaela, actually has her house, it's a bus, like it's a school bus. And I kind of wanted to replicate that in The Sims. So I actually thought like, oh, maybe Tabitha has kind of like a mini bus, like a school bus that she ended up using as her house. It's kind of like a moving house. And she decided to, because she took up an offer of being a scientist in a nearby lab here in Strangerville, that she thought that, you know, I'm just gonna set up my roots here at Strangerville. And in my head, she ended up bringing that bus obviously in Strangerville and then kind of renovated it. And so I was thinking, yep, it's not gonna be kind of like a moving bus anymore. And because like I said, she's planning to take, you know, this will be, I think she's gonna stay here for a long time. And so she renovated her bus, and I kind of just incorporated a few details of what the bus would have had in this particular trailer home. And you'll probably see it, I think it's kind of like the light, it's like a wall light, and I ended up using it in this particular house and made it seem like that's the front, that's what the front of the bus would have looked like. And then, for example, I kind of ended up using, I would assume, kind of like what the bus would have had as a door, and I used it as the door going to the bathroom. So she kind of salvaged that particular equipment, that material, and placed it somewhere in her newly renovated home. And of course, I was going through Pinterest and just kind of looking for ideas on what I want her interior to look like, because technically I've given her kind of like a very grunge look. But as much as I want to, you know, kind of like, okay, I'm gonna make her have just orange kind of like personal items, because that is the theme of Generation 1, just orange. But I thought, oh, you know what? Orange complements with blue. So I ended up having like blue things around the house, or like a bluish interior, and then just kind of matching that with decorations or certain pieces that has orange to it. So yes, I originally wanted her to kind of have like a very, well, kind of like I said, she has that grunge fashion wear, like street fashion look, and I kind of originally wanted to incorporate that in the interiors, but then I thought against it. And So basically you will have this scientist, this edgy looking scientist, cool. Remember, I made her as kind of like an inspiration to Sabine Wren in the Ahsoka series. So she has that cool edgy vibe going on, but you know what, she loves colors, and I think that's what ended up happening when I was doing the interiors. Like I said, I was looking through Pinterest and then just kind of saw a picture, and the interior, it's all white, like white wood and like white kind of flooring as well, like so basically light interiors, and then there's just patches of blue somewhere around the interior. And I thought, okay, I like that idea, so I will try and replicate that in The Sims. And while I was doing that, I kept going through like the pastel pop, I think it's the pastel pop kit, and I thought like, oh, it looks so fun, and it just made me kind of really happy seeing it in the interior for Tabitha, that of course I ended up using it. And basically this trailer home, I kind of thought about making it like a tiny home residential, but with what I had in mind, it just obviously it went beyond the maximum of 100 tiles, and I thought, you know what, like that's fine, like I'm not gonna try and make it a tiny home. It will seem like it's a tiny home, but it's not really. But what I did try to kind of show here is that I wanted her to have lots of cupboards, I guess, to make up for the lack of space that she has, and she's really using whatever space that her trailer home has in order for her to have more, not cupboards, but more space to put stuff in. Yeah, basically cupboards. And so I was really excited. And yeah, so just super excited. And I think I've mentioned this in the cast video for Tabitha as well. Like I literally just started another legacy challenge, which is Lucid, and now I'm starting off another Occult legacy challenge. But I don't know, I'm in that mood, and I'm just super excited to be starting all of these challenges. And to be honest, they are completely different from each other, and it's actually allowing me to kind of play The Sims, or well, kind of like explore more of what the Sims game has to offer. And you know, like obviously my gameplay is always about just really following the challenge itself, and I do try to make it as interesting as I can. And obviously there is some sort of storytelling, but I must admit I do wish that I was a better storyteller, like similar to all of the like really inspiring YouTubers who play Sims, and like watching them play it and just kind of, you know, inject their own flavor to it and their own story. It's really, really inspiring, and I wish I could do that too. But I enjoy how I play The Sims, and I hope that you all enjoy it as well. And like I said, I really do try and make it interesting. Now this part, so basically I'm gonna say the whole house is my favorite, just because I originally had an idea that I wanted to have, and it completely, like, just when I was building it and when I was kind of thinking about my Sims character, it just kind of changed the whole thing, and I kind of love that happened. And her bedroom, like kind of decorating her bedroom and this particular part of the house, like the living room and her desk, I just really, I don't know, I enjoyed decorating it, because like I said, like there's this cool edgy character coming into your screens, and you know, a scientist, and she doesn't really talk to anyone, and you've probably assumed that her, you know, that's her personality, and that is for some reason what her house would look like. And yet if she invites you to her house, like if you get close enough to her that she feels comfortable in inviting you to her house, you will just be surprised at the colors that is presented in her house. Like, this is actually her personality. Yes, she might be quiet. Yes, she might not socialize with anyone that easily because she is, you know, socially awkward, but she has a bubbly personality. She has a fun personality, and you know, if you get to see this side of her, then you are lucky enough you're lucky enough to be her friend, I guess. And that, I think that's what I'm trying to portray in building her house. And I think that's what made it really fun. And of course, because technically the trailer home itself, it's small. So then that's why in my head, when she was renovating this, she made like a little extension just at the front, and she was able to put her, well, basically she's trying to solve the happenings, like what is going on in Strangerville, that I needed to give her like that listening device desk. So of course I gave that to her. And from what I could remember years ago, when I first did kind of like a playthrough of the actual aspiration of Strangerville, I'm pretty sure you need like a really good fitness skill level in order to beat the boss, the big boss. So that's why I gave her kind of like a, I don't even know what it is. It's the exercise machine. I know it's not a treadmill. Yeah, so basically I gave her that. So this is the little extension at the front that I was telling everyone about. And so I gave her like just this little area, because technically she doesn't have space inside her actual trailer home. So there's like an exercise machine there. She's got her listening device desk, and I've actually given her like an easel as well, but to be honest, that's not one of the skills that she needs to reach level 10 for. I've just given her that just in case my character kind of autonomously wants to paint. So it's just kind of like a hobby. Like, I've given her a hobby. And I think she's also the type of sim who loves gazing at the night sky. Well, that's kind of like a hint in regards to Generation 2, because Generation 2 is all about aliens. So I've given her a telescope, I've given her some planters as well, and just kind of like a dining table outside. And of course I've given her some kind of like fairy looking lights as well, just to kind of light up the outside of her house. And we have actually reached the end of the actual speed build, so of course you're going to be seeing some screenshots really soon. And I really hope that you have enjoyed this video, and I'm just super excited to be going back to all of my legacy challenges. But I do have one more speed build video coming up, which I still need to edit after this one. So I do hope that you have enjoyed this, and if you haven't already, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all into the next one. Bye!